You are now tuned in to the Wayne's World official podcast. Wayne's World. Will, what's up, baby?
Yo.
You are now tuned in to episode 6,
bro,
of the Wayne's World official podcast. I have the one and only. Can I get some bomb drops?
No, you cannot. Not today. Not today.
The one and only Harper 23 in the studio.
Yo.
Listen.
we out here, man.
Nah, you done seen him with Nardo Wick, No Cap, Young Dolph.
Rest in peace, Dolph, man.
Fantasia.
Rest in peace, Takeoff. Migos.
Rest in peace, Take.
Jack Boy.
Jack.
YK Osiris. Y'all not ready for the last one. Nardo Wick.
Nardo from the city. From the city.
But he just he said we want smoke. But no, Nardo just not Nardo. What am I talking about? Will, you just got out the studio last night. Tell us about last night.
Man, shit, I was in there with Wicked Gang. Them boys had me in there till about 7, 8 o'clock this morning. That's why I hit bro up. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I kind of overslept this morning, but I'm gonna still be there. I'm gonna be there for sure.
No, we appreciate you. We appreciate you coming on. So, you are back in Jacksonville. You spent some time in Miami, and this is gonna loop to the big question. You spent some time in Miami. While you're here, like what is your schedule like here? I know it's like a night and day difference being in Miami and then coming to Jacksonville. Like what are you doing in the city?
So basically, I really wanted to move back to Jacksonville because it's like I blew up here. I started my journey here, and then as any real as a man grows up, he realizes that life's more about ownership and what you can own and pass down to them next generations and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's big.
So it's like, for me, it's like, why build a market up? You know what I'm saying? Build the market up. All the artists, you know what I'm saying? All the artists that basically blew up out the city, like the first 5 artists that blew out the city was basically like my artists in the studio. Damn it.
Your stomping grounds are
here.
Yeah,
so why build it up and then move? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like, as soon as, I'm going to be honest with you, like, kind of like not even on no cocky type vibe, but I feel like as soon as I moved out the city, kind of just the motion slowed down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I was visiting and stuff, I'm like, it's not
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
And ever since you've only been back for like a month or a couple of weeks. Yeah. Ever since you've been back, like, man, it seems like the motion has been.
Bro, I've been trying to push. Like, I've been trying to tell people, like, bro, the hope is back. Like, we out. Like, we good. Like, don't worry. Like, y'all out here risking y'all lives and doing stuff. No, we still got music. Like, that door's still open. Don't sleep. So, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like my whole thing. Like, I just wanted to push more towards the grown man tip, the ownership tip, the keep building and finish what I started tip. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what I'm trying to push for us. So,
no,
you know what I'm saying?
So my question would be, like, for anybody that's up and coming in anything, like, especially from here, from our city, because, we stuck in this stigma that Jacksonville, like that crab pot, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody
pull each other down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what do you tell the person that's coming up, like, since you made it here and you left and it slowed down and then you came back and then you got the motion again? Like, what do you tell somebody, like, for motivational purposes?
Just keep pushing and be consistent. That's the most important thing. No matter what you're going through, let's just say even we're talking about the podcast. Just to be simple, 'cause I'm a person that talks through analogies to make sure everybody can understand.
Right.
So, like, let's just say we're talking about this specific podcast. Let's just say, boom, y'all stay consistent, keep doing y'all's thing week in, week out, whether y'all have guests or not. People's gonna be tuned in every single time.
Sure.
And when y'all do actually turn up and get the, you know what I'm saying, like those viral lit shows that y'all want, it's like, now it's like, okay, yeah, we worked for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
It's not like we're only working when we have special guests and, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like, stuff like that. Like, consistency is the key. that's the one thing. Like, no matter what you're going through outside the studio, if you stay consistent in the studio, that'll change life outside the studio. But you just like growing your hair out, anything, you gotta go through that ugly phase first before you can, you know what I'm saying? Before you start pulling them, you know what I'm saying?
The little wicks.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through the ugly phase first, bro. But once you get through that, once you fight through that, everything else fall in place.
I think the unique thing about, can I call you Will?
Yeah, Will, hard, it don't matter.
The unique thing about you with your marketing, it's like your work speaks for itself. It's like you don't even have to do much. It's like you are still authentically you. You don't have to put out these flyers and promos and, hey, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. When I listen to, for example, when I listen to D. Watkins, what is that mixtape, Problem Child 3, I listened to that track, the playlist from the first track to the 13th track, and I'm like, this man is raw. No, like for real, I don't like. No, I'm here to give you your flowers because it's a lot
That's
of
real. I appreciate that.
albums, like big artists. I'll skip. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that. But when I hear your mixes, I'm like, yo, I can't skip none of this. Like the whole mixtape is a vibe.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
honestly, I love when an artist can come to me and we can start something and finish it. You know what I'm saying? We get that our whole thought process off. Like, shout out to D for real. Like, you know, I've been recording Bro's music since like 2016. So me and him kind of have like a crazy chemistry in the studio. Like, like if we went into the studio and was mad at each other and didn't want to talk to, like, it's happened before. Like, we'll be mad, we'll play 2K for 2 hours straight and then be mad at each other and then go record and not talk about nothing but recording the song. You know
is it a creative difference? It's like he's seeing things one way and you see things a different way?
No, we don't have no differences in the studio. I'm talking about, like, let's say, like, boom, me and you was playing me and D was playing 2K, and then, like, let's just say, like, oh, it's a tight game, double overtime, like, you know what I'm saying, tension's high. Then we go in the studio, we ain't gonna say shit but run it back and let me hear that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like not because really like we mad, it's because we got the chemistry built up. We can make it hit like that. We don't really have to talk. Like, I could kind of read his mind and be like, nah, you need to do that again. And then if I run it back, he's just gonna automatically do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you play 2K, bro. 2K get real sticky, bro. Like, especially in them moments. Like,
any engineer out here that want to play 2K with me,
hey, y'all
money ain't on the wood, it ain't good. All right,
money is good over here.
Please, if the money ain't on the wood, it ain't good. Put it down. We can see who come out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a 2K. I was a hooper before the engineer thing, so I'm a real 2K player.
Talk about it.
Telling you.
So, looking into what's to come, where do you see, or do you feel like you're going on tour? Are you signed to a major record label? Do you work with one major record label consistently, or are you just kind of working with multiple record labels, as they call you?
Yeah, so right now I'm an independent contractor. So basically, like, the labels come to me, hire me to handle business. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So a lot of times, like, shout out to like the big three labels. Like, most of the time I work with Sony and like a lot of their subsidiaries, like RCA, Alamo, you know, things like that. But at the same time, like, bro, I don't want to tie myself in.
Right.
I don't want to tie myself down to one label and I can only work with your artists and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on kind of like finishing things with who I started with. It's
better that way because you know who you vibe with. You know you gonna make that chemistry with.
And then it's like, bro, we took it this far. We gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, I remember certain artists like doing certain artists' first songs and now they platinum. You know what I'm saying? So it just feels good. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you my boy, we really did this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we believed in each other. We believed in this thing when no one else did. When no one else even knew about it to believe in. Right. So it's like, now to see it coming to fruition, that's ain't nothing better than to build with the artist, for real. That's like fire, bro. That's my favorite thing to do, bro. Like, my shout out Mixed by Ali. That's my, like, one of my mentors in the game, for real. That's if y'all don't know. Yeah, that's Kendrick Lamar's personal, like, that's his engineer since 2010s. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did like, kind of how I am with D. Watkins, he is like that with Kendrick Lamar. But he did Nipsey Hussle, Roddy Ricch. That whole LA, California sound runs through him, basically. So shout out to bro, man. That's big, bro. He gave me a lot of advice and stuff when it comes to certain little business decisions and stuff. Like, whenever I come to him with a question or anything, like he always, you know what I'm saying, gives me like that big bro advice.
That's money calling. Y'all
Right.
need that. That's money calling.
But nah, he gives me that advice, like kind of tells me like, you know, like a real big brother. Like he's not gonna tell me what to do. He's gonna tell me what he would do in that situation, and then how it kind of worked out for him when he did it that way. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
shout out to Ali.
Shout out to Ali, man. That's big bro. Hell yeah.
Who was the first big? No, I take that back. What's your best body of work? What do you feel like is your favorite body of work that you've done thus far? Because we know it's big things coming from Harper 23. Like, what's your favorite at the moment? As
far as like when you say body of work, like a song, album, video,
song. What's like the best?
What's one like my favorite songs?
I know it's a lot of them.
I'm gonna be real. You know, we did the Who Wants Smoke with Nardo. That's like one of the first songs I always bring up. Like, when people be like,
that shit was big, bro.
That
like,
went.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy Wick.
Shout out Wick.
But nah. You know, like we did all his shit too. Like before that, like we worked together a lot, even with like I think it was like Knock Knock and a bunch of stuff. Like all the before everything before Who Wants Smoke and everything like that too. So shout out to bro. And then like I said, that's why we was all in the studio. I was with all his artists and stuff last night in the studio. So
the Who Wants Smoke record is produced by
Nah. So
or mixed.
So basically, that record ended up getting remixed about 3-4 times.
Right.
So, cause you know that's the one that kind of put them on with the labels and everything. Now it's like you got a whole different type of like
because you know he had that
and stuff.
And he had that mega mix too with like everybody with Herb, 21.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit went dumb.
Yeah.
But now that's like yeah, so that was like right around the time it's like, man, I'm booming in this city. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I done been doing the engineer thing at this time about like 4 years, 5 years now. So it's like we already had Osiris Blow. We already had the Fulio and Young and Ace, KTA, ATK, go viral and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I watched his come up, YK Osiris. I remember when he had maybe like 10,000 on Instagram, and it was like almost overnight.
Yeah, I'm telling you, one snippet. But nah, I got stories about that too. All right, but nah, so like even like when I was just coming up, like at the time of the Who Wants Smoke thing, it's just like my studio. I'm the only engineer in my studio. It's me and my family's studio that we owned in downtown Jacksonville. Shout out to Short Fuse. So I'm like the only engineer working there. My studio, like my schedule is booked up probably like 4 to 6 weeks in advance. You know what I'm saying? Like just period, like it's gonna be booked up 4 to 6 weeks in advance, and then everybody has to pay up front to even book the session. So it's like hard to really reschedule things and stuff because it's like people's money's already in, you know what I'm saying, invested.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's crazy.
I would literally, bro, just be in the studio 36, 48 hours straight. You know what I'm saying? Like recording like nonstop, and then
that's dedication.
So for my certain artists, bro, it's like,
you want to sleep in the studio?
I've done it before.
We gonna sleep.
Man, I'm gonna be real with you, like, bro. I sacrificed, like, bro. I really did, like, bro. Like, my grandma passed away. I'm sleeping in the studio. Like, I had to get that call. Like, I had an aunt that passed away. Sleep in the studio, get that call. Countless friends, like, you know what I'm saying, like, bro. Like, and then you gotta think this is a studio, bro. We don't even got windows in the room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a four wall room, no
putting
windows.
In work day in, day out.
Sacrificing, bro. Like, just putting that work in. So it's like. That's one of the most important things I want people to know for it. Like, to stay consistent, you got to sacrifice. For those you love, you have to sacrifice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
no matter what, like, cause you're gonna get the attitudes. You're gonna get, man, he don't really like. He been acting funny, like you been distant type shit. Like, you gonna get that, bro. But that come with it. Like in the end, it's gonna make sense.
Especially the bigger you get too, bro, cause it's like the amount of love I showed you at first, I might not be able to show you the same amount no more because I'm way more spread out across the board. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe for like that, we might have had 8 to 10 hours a week that I could really pour into you and we could create. You know what I'm saying? But now once shit start jumping, it's like
it's a business at this point.
I can only got like 2 to 3 hours to show you. So now it's like, oh, Harper's acting funny. Look, and bro, I don't book these people. They book themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like one of them type situations. But that's why I said like once I sacrificed, really put that work in for everything and kind of built that up. Then I started realizing, like, I gained the experience that came and the wisdom that came with it. So now it's like, nah, I know it's not. I'm not just dealing with artists or something like that. I'm dealing with humans. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's way more things that come into play than just music, money, talent. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a favoritism thing.
At all, like, period. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna treat the janitor like I treat the CEO. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's what I was always taught to treat everybody the same.
So when you're living in a big city like Miami, does that conflict with work? Like I gotta be somewhere at 8 a.m., but I'm out here at the office until about 7:30.
No, bro.
You know, it feel like it'll get tricky because like
those people that you're around at the office is the same people that you can go make millions with. You know what I'm saying? Networking, bro. It's all about networking. In the big cities, it's like we're not the only ones that go to the club, bro. Like I done been in the section next to NBA teams, not players. Like they whole team got a section. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like they're in Miami playing the Heat, and their whole team got a section. I'm looking over like, ain't that? Oh, that's. And like I said, I played 2K, so I'm like, bro, you really owe me money from last week. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing right now because I see we lit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So it's like them people that you brush shoulders with and have those conversations with in Miami. 9 times out of 10, if you outside, you'll run into them people. And then if you know how to speak that language, then you know what I'm saying. It's like you know, unspoken riz. It's like one of the things. It's like, oh, you speak that language, me too. Let's lock it in and build something. So it's like it's one of those things, bro. It's just one of those things. Being in a big city, all that means is just more opportunity for network, more opportunity.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's harder times 100. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 100 other people like you out there now. But at the same time,
it's a big market, especially in this podcast industry.
Man,
like, what sets you apart from
emotions? Better though.
Yeah, for sure. When did you y'all ignore that. When did you first get started in doing music? Because I was watching one of your older interviews, and you said you had first started out at Foot Locker. You worked at Foot Locker for a while. And
so like
you worked at Foot Locker.
I worked at Foot Locker, bro. Right after Foot Locker, I went to the military. I went to the Air Force. Boom, came home from the Air Force. Went to college in Tallahassee. Came home from college in Tallahassee. Came back to Jacksonville. Opened the studio up and blew up.
You went to
FAM? Did you go to
everything?
TCC. So I tried everything. Bro. I tried school, military, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I sacrificed. Bro, I gave up friends, relationships, everything for this, bro. I really fought for this shit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say if you really stay consistent and fight for something, you'll get where you want to go. True success
story. Like you can make it out of whatever situation that you're in.
Man, what I'm talking about? Yeah. I'm in Texas in the fucking military uniforms in a phone booth talking to my family with sweat dripping off the bill of my hat. Like it's 106 degrees dry in the middle of the summer. You know what I'm saying? Like going through boot camp, like, oh my, I ain't gonna lie, this is bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like
we have to go through those.
And then like shout out to everybody in the military, no disrespect or anything, but it's just like I went in when I was 18, fresh out of high school. Like I was a hooper before that. I hurt my knee my senior year, and it's like fuck, I ain't. Like the rehab shit was so hard, bro. I ended up playing baseball that same season, like right after my knee healed up. But it's like right after that, I just went straight to the Air Force because it's like, bro, I'm gonna go to college, sit on the bench, and then still have to be rehabbing my leg for the whole red shirt.
So it was hoop dreams before anything. Like I used to I'm going to make it to the NBA.
I used to play wide receiver in football. I used to pitch and play left field in baseball. I used to run the 1 and 2 in basketball. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like. I was outside as a kid. You know, like when you outside, it's like you know how to talk to people. I can talk to anybody about anything. So I'm a natural salesman, and then it's like I'm playing every single, like not every single sport, but in America, you know, football, baseball, basketball, playing all the 3 of the sports. I'm good at everything, making the team and everything. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you had them sports dreams growing up.
You grew up on Jacksonville music. You grew up listening to rap. So that's always been part of you.
Really though, my like I was born down here, but like my family and everything, like we was always back and forth between New Bedford, Massachusetts, like Boston area, and here. Like my dad's from New Bedford. All my family, grandpa, uncles, aunts, everybody still lives up there. So it's like that's where really like my influence comes from. Like I grew up listening to like Jay-Z and shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I got Jay-Z's every album on my phone. I listen to damn near daily. You know what I'm saying? Like if I might think of Jay-Z lyric every time something happened. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
me right now, bro. Like that's me right now. Like that's my favorite artist. Like
really,
Buffalo,
like
bro.
Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you upstate?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my family that's in Shortfield's from Buffalo. So definitely, like, definitely. Damn, y'all took that L this last weekend.
It's cool, bro.
We're not gonna talk about it.
He told me not to speak on
that,
it.
but
Mel said if I speak
cool,
on that
though.
situation, he's gonna quit the show. He said he gonna quit, and this is the official resident DJ of Wayne's World Podcast. And
At me.
I have nothing to say about the Buffalo Bills. I love the Buffalo
The
Bills.
Jaguars lost too, man. The Jaguars lost too. And we're not even gonna talk about what the Patriots doing right now. So, we already had our glory years.
I was hurt by the Jags.
We had a good season though, man. We had a good season, but we gonna bounce back. We definitely gonna get one of these. We gonna get one of these trophies, man, for sure.
Hell yeah, bro. No, Jaguars got one coming, bro. I was born the same year the Jaguars started, so it's like I got that.
You 95 baby too.
Hell yeah.
You getting old out here.
Hell yeah.
I was born in '90s, so all the '90s babies out there stand up.
We was really born in the 1900s. We born in the 1900s. Sound young right now.
Surprise, Will.
Hey. Now we doing something.
Yeah.
Chris is in the building. Shout out to Chris. I wish
Shout
I
out
could
my
like
boy
turn
Chris,
the camera.
man.
Shout out to Chris.
We on that one.
This one right here.
This one coming in awkwardly.
Hold on. Shout out to Chris. How did the I only got a couple more questions. How did the Fantasia collab come about? Because when I saw that, I was like, that's definitely like a different vibe from your
Nobody
other
expected
artists.
that, bro. How do you go from Fulio to Fantasia?
Yeah, I was like, well, how did he?
You know
how
what I'm
did that come into fruition?
And shout out to Fulio too. This is the 6 podcast too. Shout out to 6, man. But nah, I was gonna say, to be real, bro, like just grinding, being consistent, bro. I don't know. Before then, I didn't know Fantasia, her team, nobody, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like a young engineer, just grinding. But shit, somebody threw me an alley-oop, bro. And then cashed out. I just, not cashed out, like make it seem like it's about money, but I just hit the shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, she came in for the first song, loved the vibes, did everything, boom. That song ended up making the album, Holy Ghost. That was that song. And then the next song we did, she came back. She, like, at the end of that session, she was like, yeah, are you doing anything tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Now, me, I had a full day worth of stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
Dropped it.
I ain't doing nothing. What you
I'm
need?
not doing anything. What do you need, Fantasia?
Yeah, what do you need?
Hey, Fantasia, what do you need? I'm Harper 2-3.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, like, yeah, come through. No, you good. So boom, she ended up coming through the next day, and then like, I literally had to catch a flight the day after that, so I couldn't really work too much more. And then the flight I was going to catch was for a whole different A-list opportunity. So it's like, nah, I gotta balance
hold on.
things
It's
out.
like A-list opportinities.
Bro.
You have to like turn one down.
I'll tell y'all what it was. I don't want to be like,
stressed
I don't even want to be try to be cool and nothing but like that. But like, I had like Fantasia coming in. She hit me up like that Wednesday and Thursday, I want to say, and then like that Friday through like the whole next Friday, I had to go to LA to go work with like Quavo, Amigos and stuff. So it's
That's
like
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and then
crazy.
That's like
That's crazy. That's
so
crazy.
for me,
That's crazy.
like, I love Fantasia and stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love her, but like, I grew up trapping, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm
Your
saying?
heart is gonna follow. Like,
But
I need to go over here and do this.
Yeah, listening to Bando and you know what I'm saying, like all the wiring tapes and stuff. Like, so by the time I got that call to go work, I'm there. Like, you don't even gotta buy my ticket. Just pay me back. Like, I'll be there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll book my own shit, everything. Like, I'm there. So I ended up doing like a couple songs with her and stuff that week, and then ended up like flying out the next week, but or a couple days later. But that's how I got that opportunity. Shout out to my man Bangers. He threw me that alley oop, bro. It's like, yo, I know you grinding out here, bro.
Magic from there.
Yeah, like Tasia said she wants to knock some stuff out, bro. If you got any time. The schedule's clear. Come on. Like, you feel me? Hit everybody up the next day. I probably lied about it or something too. I'm like, I'm sick. We just gotta reschedule or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably lied about it. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's the results that matter, bro.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
What do we have to look forward to? Because I know you normally go to Rolling Loud. You normally are out there. Are you outside this summer? Is Harper 2-3 outside this summer?
No, for sure. And then on top of that, I'm trying to turn the city up, bro. Like, so like the difference between like now and like a couple years ago when I was out here, it's like bro, we bigger now. Like before, we trying to blow the artists up. Now this is Harper that's been working with labels for years. You got anybody, shoot them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
A&Rs make money off that shit. So they're like, yo, if you got any cool artists, bro, let me see them first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the difference now. Now it's our foot's in the door. I'm on the other side of the door, like, hey, y'all come in. This
right,
like, yo, this party lit, bro. Like, jump in, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, I got hella stuff planned, bro. Like, only time will tell for real. I don't want to talk about too much, but yeah, man, like, shout out to everybody.
I was trying to bring it out, y'all. I was trying to get it out.
You know,
I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't talk about things before it happened because shit always come up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially in the music industry, bro. Everything is last minute. Oh, it's Thursday. Oh, I need you in LA Friday. The flight's already booked. All right, damn. All right, bet. Yeah. I guess. All right, I'm there. All you gotta do is show up. So it's like a lot of times for the industry, bro. Everything's so last minute. So I don't like talking about too much in the future. But at the same time, I just know guaranteed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got
some big
hella
stuff
festivals coming, more tapes, more collaborations. I got things with like public schools that I'm doing to put recording programs into the schools in Jacksonville.
That's
like all type of things, bro. Like, and it's not no like small school. We're talking about like Coast, like First Coast and things like that. Like the big schools out here, like they want to put.
Because you graduated from
Ed White.
Ed White.
I went to Lee, Robert E. Lee, and I went to Ed White. So the two like West Side schools. Like I was already kicked out of Forest before. West Side before I could even go there. Like from just sneaking on the campus as a kid and stuff. Bro, like you feel me? I grew up on 103rd, so I'm like, I was kicked off that school campus before.
I was watching that old interview. I was playing it back. You said you went to 9 different.
Yeah, bro. Like I went to like 4 or 5 different elementary schools. Like just traveling like every year. Cause like I said, Massachusetts, Jacksonville,
back and
type
forth.
Shit. And then like middle school, and then like a couple different high schools and stuff. Like I was always like that new student. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really know nobody. You just walking through and everybody just staring at you because you're fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like my whole
motion
vibe.
since a jit. Like you've been looking.
Bro, telling you, like
even moving.
When you built for this, you built for this, bro. Like that shit just sharpened me. Like bro, like that shit shake me up into the mind where it's like. That's why I say since I've been 18, bro, I did military, college, music, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
It all makes sense now. You want to come back to your roots and kind of like establish.
And you know what's crazy, bro? I swear to God, I didn't do it on purpose, bro. Like it just fell in place like that, bro. Like
that's how it works sometimes.
After everything happened, bro, after the military, the college shit, and then it was just like life just put me and my cousins all in the same, basically bando together. We just was like, we just finna throw all our money in. Get this studio downtown, grab the LLC, all type. You know what I'm saying? Do it the right way.
Because it was originally Short Fuse Harper, right? And now it's Harper 2-3.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Still like,
but you still
I'm
Short
still always be
Fuse.
Short Fuse for life because that's my family's thing. But I just kind of went like on the independent direction a couple years ago because it was draining, bro. Like the whole city is getting everything they can get from me. I'm not really getting too much from it back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like a one-way relationship. So it's like I learned how to play the game instead of letting the game play me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And now you're here.
You feel me?
No, you're here.
Now, like a couple Rod Wave tours later, a couple, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen, you can't do better till you see better, bro. Like, I done seen better. I seen that other side. I could help people now. I can speak from experience, not just saying, oh, I think this will work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nah, I know if you do it like this, it'll work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a difference, bro. It's a difference. Like, once you get on that other side, once you see better, you do better, bro. Like, that's just one of them things. Like, that's why I always fought for, like, my life. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I gotta get out the city. I gotta go see more and do more. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My mom had me when she was 15. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, she in her 30s. I'm in my 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like one of them
that's big sis.
Yeah,
in a sense.
Yeah, so it's like, man, like, yeah, bro, like, it's just one of the things where it's like, shit, I gotta just jump out in the field and learn for myself, though, basically. And then it's like, once I get that experience, bring that wisdom back, then it's easy after that.
No, for sure.
Hell yeah.
We gonna wrap this up here in a little bit because I know we can sit here. We can go for about 2-3 hours. With
man, what? And I was late today, man.
we can go all day. Is there anything you want to shout out before we get out the studio? your IG. I know you on Engineers. I know you're looking for bookings.
Shout out to Ali. That's bro's website, Engineers. You can find me on Engineers at HARPER23. All my platforms is HARPER23. Harper, you know, the last name 23, just the birthday. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's all super dumb natural. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be cool to nobody. So it's Harper 23 on all the socials, man. If y'all need any engineering, production, anything like that, y'all know who to hit.
You know.
Wayne's World Podcast, man, episode 6.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my boys at Wayne's World.
You are now tuned in to the Wayne's World official podcast. Will, what's up, baby?